The boy stunned the principal at his side with just a basic warrior attack. Because in that last strike, he had executed the high-level skill, Flash. But what was even more critical was that before he flashed, in the split second of contact, he found the weakest point on his opponent's entire body. And landed a devastating blow. It looked like a single move, but it was actually 3. A combination like that was something that even the principal, who had been battle-hardened for 15 years, couldn't accomplish. The teachers and students nearby had no idea what just happened. In the principal's eyes, they were like grade schoolers in front of the boy. It turns out, this is a world where martial arts reign supreme. A world where humans and demonic beasts coexist. People built their powers upon 5 elements: electro, flora, cloud, star, and core, combining them with different roles. This gave rise to many classes, such as star mages, cloud warriors, and flora bards. And electro assassins. In my previous life, as the captain of the strongest awakened squad, the Divine Legion, I led my brothers in arms to defeat the SSS-rank Demon King, Belgefin. There was Enla, our SSS-rank Electro Assassin. Han Xiaoyang, the Divine Legion's L-rank Cloud Mage. Lucian, the Divine Legion's L-rank Star Conductor. The Divine Legion's support, and me, the captain and warrior of the Divine Legion. An L-rank Core Paladin. Oh, right, there was also a traitor of the same rank. This marked my 10th year leading the team. Our mission was to aid the Supreme Authority, the one known as God, by clearing out demon lairs. This was our 100th high-level demon lair. The mission was designated as an L-rank annihilation mission, and L-rank is the highest level of difficulty. As long as we completed this mission, we would finally get to take a long break. With a single move, my decimation of 1,000 realms. I slayed Belgefin. Mission complete, but my teammates seemed a little disappointed. Ah, is it over already? That was no fun at all. Don't worry, I'll find a few more lairs for you to mess around in. This was supposed to be a top-tier mission, and they even sent our entire squad. Bai Yi, don't you think that was a little too easy? I agree with him. According to our intelligence, the report said this was a special Demon King with 5 different elements. And a hidden skill. At the same time, a pair of delicate hands wrapped around me from behind. Now that this is over, we finally get that long break. So, are you treating everyone to a big feast, or are we going out, just the 2 of us? I hurriedly pushed her away. All together. The usual spot in the holy city it is. Darn, my sneak attack failed again. Shoot. Hey, that guy didn't catch up. He said he's cleaning up the aftermath. He didn't even make a move during the fight with Belgefin, did he? He's always the one to drag his feet. You know that. He's the biggest slacker of all of us. The next second, a snap echoed from behind us. Annihilation mission. Initiated. The moment he finished speaking, Han Xiaoyang's head was pierced straight through. We were all stunned in horror. I immediately realized I couldn't move. For the past month, your breakfast has been laced with a paralytic powder. Divine Art. Forbidden Flora Vines. Activate. In an instant, we were all bound up like mummies. To eliminate the strongest team in existence, one has to be thoroughly prepared. Even then, I couldn't believe it. This was a man I'd called a teammate for 10 years. Are you out of your mind? His taboo vine. It will make us lose consciousness in a short amount of time, and we'll lose all our defenses. This is the will of the gods. The level L purge mission is to purge you. Just then, the vines tightened, and 2 of them stabbed toward Enla and the other. But I could only watch helplessly as they died a horrible death, a massive hole appearing in each of their bodies. I have to find out why he did this. Why wipe us out? The Divine Core has never done anything to cross the line. Which god was it? On what grounds? Why do this to me? That was my final burst of rage. Old Captain, you're still so naive. Do the gods need a reason to kill you? But I, still naively, asked. What about you? Weren't we comrades? We've been together for over 10 years. Haven't we become like family? The man looked at me as if I were an idiot. Comrades? Family? You still don't get it. Do you? Why I was the one to do this? On the day we met, the gods were already setting this board. You've all just been pawns the entire time. In order to gain your trust, I had to put on an act with you all for so long. It's disgusting. And just like that, I died. A completely worthless death. Except for the traitor, our entire unit was wiped out. Hee. I can finally take a nice long vacation. But I couldn't accept it. I couldn't rest in peace. Just then, a voice echoed in my mind. Hey, let's make a deal. At that moment, my entire body was bound by iron chains. Where is this? Haha, handsome. This startled me. I saw 5 elements swirling around his body. Belgefin, you're not dead? Please. How could an SSS-rank Demon King be so weak? This is my soul space. Entire Demon Leaf Kingdom is my true life force. I told him to cut the crap. And get straight to the point. I can sense that you, like me, are now filled with hatred. So, I want to make a deal with you. My hidden skill is called Regression of Life. It can return you to the distant past, giving you a chance to take back and change everything. Belgefin grinned. I thought of my comrades' smiles, now slaughtered by a traitor. I damn well want to. I'm going to kill that bastard. And those high and mighty gods. Your answer is just what I expected. That's enough. Let me give you another boost. He then took out a heart and gave it to me. 5 elements swirled around it. This is a welcome gift from me. I don't believe in free lunches, so I asked him what the price was. He just chuckled, but I no longer had a choice. Suddenly, I heard someone calling my name. Bai Yi, Bai Yi, wake up. Hey, Bai Yi, you get up for me right now. The teacher on the podium was furious. I couldn't believe I had really returned to the past. All the way back to middle school. I looked at my own youthful hands. This was before my awakening. The teacher saw me spacing out. She was so angry she lost it. Bai Yi, I can let it slide when you normally fool around in class. But you're changing classes this afternoon, and you're still sleeping like a log. Get to the back and stand there. He's just frustrated that you're not living up to your potential. I still find it a bit unbelievable, these students. I haven't seen them in almost 20 years. The teacher slammed her hand on the desk. We're continuing the class. Now, you all better snap to it and pay attention. In this world, there are a total of 5 types of elemental powers, and each person can only hold one type of element. For example, I, your teacher, possess the rarest cloud-type element. Then, depending on how the elemental power combines with each person's body, it can be divided into 3 main categories: combat, utility, and special. I know that to be able to stand out from hundreds of millions. As potential candidates with the power to awaken, you are already far ahead of others. You've been surrounded by praise and applause since you were young, in the prime of your lives. But today is your most important day. Currently, there are nearly 100 known awakened professions. These professions are divided into 4 qualities, from lowest to highest: green, blue, red, and gold. And each of you only gets one chance to awaken your profession. Today's awakening will determine your future status in this world. Walking on campus, I actually feel a bit nostalgic. Suddenly, a boy fell down next to me. It was Jin Liang. TCH, just a bunch of trash who need external help to awaken. How dare you block my way? You think you're hot stuff just because you're about to awaken? In front of a red quality awakened like me, you'll always be a nobody. This guy is the school bully, Hong Changsheng, a level 1 galaxy assassin. Background: unknown. Hearing this, Jin Liang hurriedly took out some money to apologize. I know this guy. In my past life, he was always getting into fights with classmates. It's like he has that super male chromosome thing going on. He loves stirring up trouble for no reason. Just then, the teacher appeared. That's enough, Hong Changsheng. This is a school. Are you trying to rob someone? Hearing this, Hong Changsheng chuckled. Teacher Huang, he's the one who wasn't watching where he was going and bumped into me. Buying my brothers a cup of milk tea each isn't too much to ask, right? Then he spoke arrogantly into her ear. Trying to stick up for your student? If it weren't for the fact that you're kinda pretty, I would have had you kicked out of this school long ago. Believe it or not. Are you alright? Ha ha ha, let's go. We'll give the teacher some face and let this slide. But the next second, he saw me standing cockily in his way. He immediately shoved me aside. What are you looking at? Get lost. We'll come back later to laugh at these weaklings. At the same time, someone was waving in our direction. Teacher Huang, it's your class's turn to enter the awakening chamber. Awakenings in this world are divided into 2 types. One is natural awakening, like Hong Changsheng's. It usually happens to people who are physically strong and talented. It occurs during a moment of extremely high emotion, and they awaken on their own. The other type is through the awakening chamber, which is the culmination of the wisdom of countless scientists. After entering the chamber, a person's emotions and adrenaline are rapidly catalyzed, thereby inducing the awakening in potential candidates. Moreover, everyone's awakening is random. Just then, a boy came out. He shouted, I've awakened. A blue quality profession. It was Jin Liang. Not bad. Go rest over there. You must be exhausted, right? Therefore, awakening and changing one's profession is also seen as life's only chance to reboot your destiny. Next up, it's my turn. The teacher started coaching me again. You need to focus. Stop messing around all the time. You must concentrate, you hear me? I let him know that I understood. In my past life, I awakened as an L-rank nuclear warrior, a mediocre, green tier class. Because of that, I was bullied quite a bit. It wasn't until I advanced to S-rank that I awakened the rarest form. If I remember correctly, I should have the nuclear element inside me. So, what class will I awaken this time? But the very next second, I was stunned. Awakening system detection error. Nuclear element. 5 elements detected. Machine element. Infinite awakening system initiated. Because your body possesses 5 elemental types. Nuclear element. Cloud element. Therefore, you may select your initial class. You can choose any class from any of the available elements. In the future, when you've accumulated enough of a certain element, you can choose to obtain a new, random class for that element. Or, you can upgrade an existing class. I was completely floored. Wait a minute, what does it mean? Accumulating elements? In other words, not only can I choose my own awakened element and class right now, but I can also get other new classes later on? I can get classes of every tier, green, blue, red, gold, and even that special tier? Correct. However, only the initial class can be chosen. All subsequent classes will be obtained randomly. So this is the surprise Belgriffin was talking about. The power of infinite awakening. After you have selected your initial class, all elemental gauges will be emptied. Hearing this, a wicked grin spread across my face. But the students outside were getting restless. What's taking him so long? Oh, he's finally out. The teacher rushed right over. What class did you awaken? Sorry, to disappoint you, I awakened as a nuclear warrior. The worst kind, green tier. The teacher was stunned. I bet you guys watching are stunned too, huh? Thinking, what was the point of getting reborn into this crap? But the teacher quickly put on a smile. It's alright, even if it's just a green tier. Many exceptional people have emerged from it. Don't give up, the world won't let you down. Go and get some rest. That awakening must have taken a lot out of you, right? But just as he finished speaking, a burst of laughter erupted. Ha 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 ha, that's hilarious. As long as you work hard, the world won't let you down. Ha ha ha, I remember you being a pretty capable teacher. How could you spout such useless, toxic positivity? Teacher, you know better than anyone, don't you? That's not how the real world works at all. With that, he walked over to me. A green tier class means you're at the very bottom. That's just how this world is. God plays favorites, you know. He only chooses the strong. The weak are only destined to be trampled on. The word God triggered a strong reaction in me. The teacher looked at Hong Qiansheng. Why are you here again? The guy acted like he didn't even hear him and continued his tirade against me. You know what happens now, right? From this day forward, people with green classes can only sit in the very back row of the class. And why is that? Because that's how society works. Those with no power, no connections, and no future always end up in the back. They're abandoned by fairness, while the strong get all the best resources. They just get stronger and stronger. As for the weak, green tier trash, from the moment they awaken, they're destined to be nothing more than bottom-feeding errand boys for the real awakened. What a joke, changing your life through hard work. A green quality becoming a genius? Do you even believe that crap yourself? It's the same for everyone when they're born. Your future is decided from the start. Our Awakener school is just a small-scale version of that. Isn't that the truth? Those with blue professions should just stay obediently in school, and be useless freeloaders living off the public dime. The teacher was rendered speechless by his words. As for those with green quality, you should just go home early. Don't waste the government's resources. I grabbed his bubble tea, and splashed it right in his face. That really set him off. He even asked me what I was doing. As for why I did it, of course, it's because I didn't like the way he talked. Hong Changsheng laughed in anger. He decided to use his strength to teach me a lesson. A powerful energy gathered in his fist. The teacher wanted to stop him, but it was too late. He was using the star-piercing hammer, a standard attack of the galactic assassin, with increased attack power. But I'm no pushover. I materialized a light sword in my hand. My parry directly blocked his fist. Hong Changsheng was floored. He never expected that a loser at the bottom of the class like me could block his attack. Then, I executed the parry, sending Hong Changsheng flying backward. He slammed onto the ground, a mouthful of what looked like tomato juice spraying from his mouth. The students were all in shock. What just happened? How did he do that? What's going on? Hong Changsheng couldn't accept this reality. How is this possible? With one hand in my pocket, I looked down at him. I chose this profession myself. The nuclear warrior. It comes with a basic light sword. Attack plus 20, evasion plus 20. I'm just used to it, that's all. The next second, the guy scrambled back to his feet. Ha ha ha, you just got lucky with a dodge. I have a rare red profession. I'm completely different from low-class trash like you. But the teacher watching from the side could tell something wasn't right. Just now, that couldn't have been luck. He used the unique, top-tier movement skill of the warrior profession, parry. To block the damage at the exact moment of maximum impact and, within 0.09 seconds, faster than the limits of human reaction. Deflect the physical damage back at the opponent. That's a move we teachers have practiced for 10 years, and still can't master. For someone like him, who just awakened today, a person with absolutely no combat experience, how did he do it? The teacher would certainly never think of the term reborn with sheets. Just then, Hong Changsheng already had a dagger in his hand. This was from the galactic assassin profession. It comes with a stinger dagger. Attack plus 30, speed plus 30. Are you ready to die? You piece of trash. I'm going to make you crawl in front of everyone. Hearing this, I wasn't the least bit scared. There was a reason, of course, why I chose this seemingly weakest profession. Judging a person's future, their life and death, right from birth, is a grave mistake you will all only realize many years from now. Seeing the two of us face off, the students guessed we were about to start a duel. But at school, using awakened powers for private fights is strictly forbidden. Plus, there were so many people watching. They all thought I was crazy. You have to understand, Hong Changsheng has many relatives who are high-ranking officials. His uncle is the school director. And I'm just a poor, broke loser with no background. Jin Liang was more anxious than I was. If I took this bait, fighting here would get me expelled. Teacher, what do we do? Hearing this, the teacher had no choice but to step forward. Everyone, you all just awakened your powers today. You might end up being comrades in arms in the future. Don't be so impulsive. How about we just leave it at that? But Hong Changsheng wasn't having any of it. Are you kidding me? This piece of trash just brazenly provoked me. And you're telling me to just let it go? It's too late for that, even if he gets on his knees and begs me for mercy right now. I'm going to show him the unbridgeable gap between one of the chosen and a worthless nobody. Hearing this, the teacher fell silent. He was right. The reason for the vast difference between qualities lies in their attribute bonuses. Mine is a green quality, with a 100% attribute bonus. Basically, I get the standard stats. A blue quality of the same class gets a 150% bonus. And a red quality gets 200%. That means the instant someone like Hong Changsheng awakens, all of their stats are already double that of a green class. It's a gap in power that can never be overcome. Jin Liang thought I was completely done for, that I was about to get crushed. My dude, why would you go and provoke someone so much stronger than you? Sure, scum like him are infuriating, but if you want to survive in a society like this, you have to learn to avoid people like that. And if you can't, then you just have to take it, or pay them off to make the problem go away. In his eyes, a head-on confrontation was the stupidest choice you could make. Because the only thing waiting for you is even greater humiliation. Just then, Hong Changsheng charged forward. The teacher could only shout a warning to Bai Yi, be careful. Was he planning to block? But the guard skill drains a massive amount of stamina. Hong Changsheng's attack power was immense, and he was incredibly fast. It's over. There's no way he can block this. Hong Changsheng, on the other hand, was brimming with confidence. Let's see you dodge this one. A mocking smile spread across my face. Why would I need to dodge? Haste, activate. My speed instantly increased by over 50%. Then, I combined it with Flash Step. When the speed boost from haste reaches 100%, it triggers an instantaneous teleport effect, allowing me to pass through any obstacle in my way. Hong Changsheng was completely stunned. When did he get behind me? The next thing he knew, he was coughing up a mouthful of black blood. And then he collapsed. Trash belongs in the trash can. The other students were dumbfounded. Did you see what just happened? No, it looked like Hong Changsheng just fell over on his own. What's going on? Did he slip? Jin Liang let out a snort of laughter. He just fell down by himself? The teacher was stunned, too. He couldn't see what happened. This time, even he couldn't see what had happened at all. More importantly, a girl with Sakura pink hair had also taken notice of him. The moment Hong Changsheng attacked, he activated it. The haste skill, unique to the warrior class. And more than that, it was Flash Step, the advanced form of haste. Then, what did he do? What did he do in that split second to injure his opponent? He took down his opponent effortlessly in a single instant. Bai Yi hadn't just mastered the most advanced application of a basic warrior skill, he could also integrate it perfectly into actual combat. For a split second there, he even considered that this girl was not to be underestimated. Her judgment is even sharper than the teacher's. She's my class president. The students were still buzzing, wondering what happened. What's wrong with Hong Changsheng today? The other guy didn't even make a move. What a coincidence. But to break a school rule in front of everyone. Bai Yi, what happened to you? Just then, the system's voice rang out. Experience increased. Gained 50 professional experience points. Elemental accumulation. For heavily injuring a first-level galaxy elemental opponent, you have gained 50 galaxy element points. Just as I thought. Using professional combat skills lets you accumulate professional experience, and defeating an elemental opponent grants you element points. But 50 points is way too little. It looks like I need to start grinding some monster lairs as soon as possible. I chose the nuclear-type warrior because after its class advancement, it gains a unique quality that surpasses other classes, along with extremely powerful skills. I have to level up and advance much faster than before. At that moment, Hong Changsheng was slowly coming to his senses. Don't even think about leaving. I'm going to kill you. At that very moment, a voice stopped him. That's enough. The person who arrived was none other than Hong Changsheng's uncle, Hong Liang, who is also our Dean of Discipline. Haven't you made enough of a fool of yourself already? Everyone must be tired from the awakening today. Don't just stand around watching the show. It's the weekend, so you should all head home early and get some rest. It's the Dean of Discipline. Let's go. Go and tell your families all about your awakened classes. The words "go home" struck me like a temple bell. He then looked down at me with a dark expression. And you, do you have any idea that the school strictly forbids this? At that moment, I still hadn't processed it. Since I've returned 20 years into the past, that means they're all still alive now. Something else happened on awakening day. Damn it, how could I have forgotten about this? This is the most important thing. With that, I turned and bolted. Hong Liang was stunned. Hey, you kid, there was nothing he could do. He could only turn to the teacher. You, get your student under control. I'll pretend nothing happened today and won't pursue the matter. The teacher could only bow and say, I'm sorry, Hong Liang. Inside the office, Hong Changsheng had a ferocious look on his face. Damn it, if that kid hadn't gotten lucky, there's no way I would have lost to him. Hong Liang slammed his hand on the table. Bullshit, do you have any idea what that kid you were facing did? The moment you rushed at him, he used the high-level skill, Flash Step. But more importantly, before he even blinked, in that single instant right before you made contact, he found the weakest point on your entire body. And struck it hard, completely breaking through your defense. This entire sequence was done using only a warrior's basic skills. But even I, after 15 years of bloodshed on the battlefield, might not be able to execute them with such proficiency. Your fight was as ridiculous as a professional gamer toying with a max-level elementary schooler using only basic moves. That kid is not as simple as you think. Meanwhile, I was sprinting wildly down the street. If there's anything I must do after being reborn, aside from getting revenge, it's this. The tragedy of my past life. I absolutely cannot let it happen again. I have to stop what's about to happen, even if it kills me. When I got home, my dad was happily watching TV. Mom was in the kitchen, cooking. Seeing her again, I started to cry. It was so good to see her alive. She put down her cutting board and started signing to me. I made your favorite hot and sour glass noodle soup. But I told her, Mom, I want to have fish with pickled greens today. How about tomorrow? I already made the hot and sour noodles for today. But I insisted, please go now. I'm really craving it today. Mom signed that she was helpless against me and had no choice but to go buy the fish. I stopped her and said I'd go with her. But my dad chimed in, your mom can go by herself. What's gotten into you, kid? You didn't even say hi to your old man after coming home. Isn't today your awakening day? My dad, looking like a total thug, said, come on, tell me the good news. Then he picked up a bottle of booze. I left work early and came home, just to celebrate with you. My father's name is Bai Yi, level 26, a C-rank electric type warrior, with a 400% ability attribute bonus. I told him, I missed it. I didn't get to awaken today. It was bad timing. The awakening process took too long. We didn't make it in time. But my excuse was full of holes. I came back way too early for this. Dale's son said he awakened. A blue class. Father and son, both the same. Useless. My son, Bai Lingsheng's son, should at least be a red class. I had nothing back in my day, and I still awakened as a red class. Now I work my ass off to provide for you. I've poured everything I have into you. Then he roared, what class are you? Just as he saw the green aura seeping from my body. Without another word, he smashed the bottle over my head. Green? You spent all day pretending to be some goody two-shoes at school, and this is what you awaken as? A goddamn waste. A green class. Are you trying to completely humiliate me? My dad isn't awakened, but he's also a violent man who can't control his temper. In my past life, after he found out I was a green class awakened, he went on a rampage at home because he felt so humiliated. To protect me, my mom stood in front of me, just like she always did. I was too weak and terrified back then. He beat her for a full hour just to vent his rage. That day, my mom's leg was broken. She also suffered a severe blow to the head, which left her mentally scarred from that day on. Even now, I'm still powerless. The only thing I can do is send my mom away. The core-type warrior class has a unique specialty that no other class possesses. But it's going to take some time. I've only just awakened. I'm at the lowest level, while he's AC rank. As a red class, his stats would completely crush me. He's completely different from Hong Changsheng at school. My father has plenty of real combat experience. Even if I had chosen the gold class, I still wouldn't have been able to beat him. The next second, he grabbed a handful of my hair. I should have never let your mother give birth to you. He'd been waiting at home for me since early today. He wasn't going to give up until he got an answer. That's why I absolutely cannot let my mom stay here, even though I'm the one taking a beating right now. Thankfully, I managed to send mom away. The next second, however, I was horrified. It was actually mom. She had come back. I couldn't figure out why. How could she be back so soon? Could it be that mom? It was just as I thought. She was afraid I would go hungry. She was jogging the entire way. You're back at just the right time. Come and see what kind of useless trash you gave me. At that moment, I had already prepared for the worst. Even if I had to go to jail, I would never let him hurt my mom. With a loud smack, I crashed into his fist. A skilled awakened is much stronger than an ordinary person, even without using abilities. An ordinary person could never withstand such a heavy punch. Mom immediately jumped in front of me. Then, Dad locked the door from the inside. This is really bad. Ruyan, when I found out you were carrying a son, I was so happy that day. I thought my chance to finally turn things around in this family had come. Those two bastards couldn't produce a son. But I, Si Ling, could. This family still has to rely on me to bring it glory. But why did he have to awaken as the most worthless, green tier profession? A piece of trash that can't even advance. It's all because of your garbage genes. At that moment, my father was like a demon. just as the stool in his hand was about to smash down on my mother. And Mom had braced herself for the impact. I activated instant flash and sent him flying. I stood in front of Mom with my sword drawn and shouted, "Don't you touch her." Haha, interesting. Seeing this, my mother became extremely frantic. The little bastard's all grown up. Very good indeed. I was silently calculating. It should still be a little while. I have to hold him off first. I used parry again, but I was still too weak. The light sword shattered instantly. I took a brutal punch. This was the difference when someone was several times stronger. I felt like 7 or 8 of my ribs were broken. The pain was killing me. Trying to go against your esteemed father already? Aren't you a little too eager? I could only raise my arms to block again. From the look of it, he was trying to beat me to death. I knew I couldn't dodge it. I braced myself and took another hit. Hey, so you've got some backbone. But what's the use of that? A profession this weak deserves to be beaten to death. I swore to myself that in this life, I would not let any tragedy repeat itself. The next second, he grabbed another chair. You think you're hot stuff just because you awakened? You don't even know who's in charge anymore, do you? Just as he was about to deliver the killing blow, an urgent knock came from the door. The first thing I did when I got home from school was send my own father to prison. All because my father was an uncontrollable, insane awakened. In my past life, he not only beat my mom until she was paralyzed, but he also backstabbed a teammate for a treasure. But now, that item is mine. With it, I can solo the demon lairs and grow stronger. Just a moment ago, as Dad was about to kill us, there was an urgent knock on the door. Open this door, now. Hearing the voice, Dad was extremely annoyed. Damn it, who the hell is this? Ruining the mood at a time like this. But I knew it was them. The moment the door opened, Dad started yelling, "Who is it? What the hell are you knocking for? What took you so long? What were you busy with?" The visitor was the vice captain of the inspectorate team, Li Yang, a red A-class divine professional and an investigator for the inspectorate team. The C-class blue cleric, Shen Jinwu. My dad's arrogance vanished in an instant. Why is the deputy captain here? We received a report. The fugitive, Snow, was spotted near this building. We're conducting a floor-by-floor search. Have you noticed anyone suspicious? Dad let out a nervous laugh. Ha, that guy's face is on TV all day. If I saw him, I would have reported it for sure. Meanwhile, Mom was wiping the blood from my head. Wait, what happened to your head? This foolish boy, he's so careless. He even managed to fall while buying groceries. You don't need to trouble yourself with such a small matter, Deputy Captain. I wasn't about to let such a perfect opportunity slip by. He didn't hit me. Hearing this, Dad was stunned. He never expected me to say that. 20 minutes earlier, the phone booth downstairs, I saw someone who looks exactly like the wanted poster of Snow go into the Zayui residence. I made the call from the small shop across the street before going upstairs. And now, they're already searching this floor. If the guard team got a tip about Snow, they would definitely mobilize everyone. I just didn't expect them to search so quickly. Still, it was enough time. Is what he said true? He's just joking with you. How could I possibly lay a hand on my own son? I dote on him. He didn't even get to finish his sentence before I cut him off. My arm was hit with a stool. My head was hit with a bottle. This is from a punch. And this is from a kick. All the injuries on my body can be medically examined right now. Regarding those who cannot control their violent behavior and willfully harm others. The Awakened Codex, Chapter 8, Article 4 of the Awakened Management Regulations clearly states, if the perpetrator poses a potential danger, they must be detained immediately. Detention in the Awakened prison for 15 days. Hearing this, both of them were shocked. They never thought I'd be so familiar with the law. Hearing this, my dad ground his teeth in rage. He must be wondering if I've lost my mind. I am Li Yang of the inspector team. I am now lawfully arresting you. You have the right to remain silent. Dad started screaming curses at me. It looked like he wanted to charge over and keep hitting me. Calm down. If you try to resist, we'll be forced to use restraining measures. You little brat, you just wait. Not until the door was shut did I finally let out a sigh of relief. Mom threw her arms around me and started crying. Mom, it's okay now. I managed to protect Mom this time. I have 15 days. Don't worry, this is the last time. I have enough time to get stronger. And I'm not going to take this beating for nothing. I just swiped the safe key from him. Back then, he didn't even hesitate to backstab his teammate to get his hands on that thing. It's what let him climb from the bottom of E-class, step by step, all the way to his current C-class. Usually, he keeps it hidden in the most concealed safe in his room, even keeping it a secret from his own family. In my last life, I only found out about its existence after he died. With you, I can finally try to solo a demon lair. Right now, demon lairs are the only way to level up my class. But all the current demon lairs are under the jurisdiction of the gods. If you're not part of a guild, you can't get in. The only demon lairs I can access now are the ones managed by the school. The hidden demon lair I knew about from my past life. I entered the hidden demon lair without a hitch. I have to surpass everyone as fast as I possibly can. Lairs are places where monsters dwell. Once an adventurer enters, They can gain experience by fighting monsters, increasing their combat power and level. Adventurer ranks. E, D, C, B, A Inspectorate holding cells. This time, we were directly mobilized. Even the vice captain of the guard was dispatched. Alright, time to head off. But we didn't find a single thing. Could it have been a false alarm? Real or not, as long as it's related to the rebels. We absolutely cannot let our guard down. Especially on Union Anniversary Day. If snow is really in our county, we'll have a big problem. I heard David is coming back early this time. That's not something we should be discussing. Vice Captain, please, cut me some slack. This is my first time. I swear it'll never happen again. I heard your wife is about to give birth, Vice Captain. My good buddy opened the best postpartum care center in the county. Are you still trying to bribe the inspectorate? You were once a member of the union, you know. How did you fall so far? Hearing that, my father was speechless. Getting caught for bribery means more than just detention. Get some rest. You're being transferred to the awakened prison tomorrow. You should just try to lay low for a while. My father roared my name with murderous intent. He'll be out of prison in 15 days. Before that happens, I must get stronger as fast as I can. The lairs are my only option right now. Lairs can appear anywhere. They are separate dimensions, parallel to our world. You enter them through gates that appear out of thin air. Once most lairs are discovered, they are garrisoned by the Union and are filled with magical beasts and mineral resources. They're the best option for the awakened to improve their abilities, but lairs are extremely dangerous. Usually, you have to form a team and enter after an official inspection. In my past life, a news report 5 years later mentioned this lair, because it had been lost for so long and was never detected. It was only discovered when the demons invaded the human world. An F-rank lair generally requires 3 E-rank awakened, while an E-rank 1 requires a 5-person team of 3 E-ranks and 2 D-rank awakened. Based on the current timeline, there's a 90% chance this lair is F-rank. This is also the lowest level hidden lair that I can currently access. The entrance to an undiscovered lair. Inside, it's fraught with danger. You need a team with complementary elements and classes to increase your odds of success. But right now, I have no other choice. As for the danger factor of entering the lair, that's not something I can afford to consider. I stepped inside into a world of ice and snow. It seems to be the domain of cloud-type magical beasts. Judging from the skeletons on the ground, someone has been here before. This is a hibernating magical beast, a tundra bear. Suddenly, a loud roar erupted from behind me. Damn, what terrible luck. There was only a 10% chance of running into it. This is a level 1 lair. It has never been discovered. Could it be because most of the creatures are in hibernation? This is a level 2 bloodthirsty linlang. A level 1 cloud-type magical beast. Its level is even higher than mine. I can only block its fang attack with my weapon. This thing won't be easy to deal with. I have no choice but to take the offensive. After all, a good offense is the best defense. With a flash of the blade, the bloodthirsty linlang's head went flying. Then it collapsed to the ground. This high-grade weapon that was hidden in my dad's safe. You can't even buy it on the market. It's perfect for making up for my current lack of power. The Kunwu blade, forged from Kunwu stone, is exceptionally sharp. It cuts through iron like mud. Strength plus 150. Luck plus 50. Stamina plus 100. Lifesteal plus 20%. But these beasts have high defense. Even when I aim for their vitals, it still takes 3 or 4 hits to take one down. I'm starting to miss how easy it was at the beginning. Based on the experience gain, a level 1 character needs to kill about 20 wolves to level up once. To get from 1 to D rank, I need to go up 10 levels. Before long, a pack of bloodthirsty wolves gathered around me. The smell of blood drew them all in. And among them was a level 4 bloodthirsty wolf king. I just stood there quietly, and it made the hidden boss of the demon lair tremble all over. Because he woke up from a nap to find that his minions were nearly all slaughtered by me. Horrified, he immediately raised his left hand and unleashed a killing move on me. I realized he not only has intelligence, but he can also use magic. Is this really just a level 1 demon lair? Did I really hit the 1 in 10,000 chance? But now, there's no way out. I was completely surrounded by the pack of bloodthirsty wolves. A group attack right from the start? But this is even better. It's enough for me to grind a wave of express critical hits to their vitals, dodges, and counterattacks. I just kept cycling through these moves. A crescent of light from my blade flashed, and another one fell. System notifications kept chiming. Successfully killed a bloodthirsty wolf. Gained 52 experience. Obtained 18 snow wolf fangs. With the Kunwu blade in hand, these guys are no match for me. Next up is the bloodthirsty wolf king. I swung my blade again, combining it with a flash step. The wolf king was instantly sliced into pieces like tofu. But the experience gain was a bit lame. Only 56 points. Damn, that's no different from a regular mob. Fortunately, it dropped a snow wolf diamond. It's an extremely hard diamond that can be used to craft special material weapons. Market price is about 10,000 yuan. And just like that, I successfully leveled up to D rank. I was panting heavily. I'd only killed 20 wolves, but I was already this exhausted. AD rank body's stamina is still too low. I need to find a way to get a dimensional backpack, or I'll have to abandon a lot of loot. Most of the drops from demon lairs are monopolized by guilds, so it's very difficult for awakened outside of a guild to level up. To get a chance at high-level demon lairs, joining the Divine Guild is the only option. The Awakened Academy is run by the guild, used to screen talent for their teams. Most students' dream is to become an outstanding graduate, and be chosen by the guild. But if you get kicked out of the team, it means you might never be able to improve again. He was one of them. After being kicked out of the guild, he was stuck at C rank forever. Grinding solo is still too slow for me. Besides, the temperature here is too low. The longer I stay, the more stamina I burn. So, I came up with a bold plan. Then, I led the wolf pack on a marathon. I'd occasionally chop down nearby trees to provoke them. And sure enough, I successfully drew their aggro. This was a blatant provocation. Soon, I was surrounded by bloodthirsty cloud wolves. But I wasn't scared. The commotion just now was enough to wake up all the monsters. It's time you woke up, too. Just as I expected, the tundra bear, having been woken up, was furious. It's a level 8 cloud-type magic beast. In its enraged state, it will attack any target wantonly. Damage plus 20%. Most importantly, while the tundra bear is in a state of rage, model. With these indiscriminate attacks, and with this free muscle, I started racking up kills at an incredible speed. This method is just brilliant. All I had to do was dodge and pick off the leftovers. The feeling of my experience points skyrocketing was just too good to be true. This was all thanks to the level 1 beast, even though the brute was successfully killing the cloud beasts. This dumb bear not only drew their fire for me, but also saved me a ton of stamina. But for the experience points to count for me, I had to be the one to land the final blow. Even with the dumb bear's help, I was still dog-tired. It was time for the next phase. I raised the Kunwu brush high into the air. After the battle caused so much destruction, its load-bearing capacity was reaching its limit. Without hesitation, I slammed the dagger down. Since it's come to this, then you can all just go to hell. But the cloud beasts were already lost in a blood frenzy. They didn't notice my little maneuver at all. Throughout the battle, I had been constantly observing my surroundings. This wasn't a shifting lake surface, but an ice bridge suspended between two canyons. As the ice bridge collapsed, my experience points started shooting up again. Just as they were falling, I had already leapt to solid ground on the side. That one wave took me straight to level 7. Man, what a haul. With most of the demonic beasts taken care of, I only needed my remaining stamina to deal with these survivors. This was the fastest way I'd ever leveled up. At the same time, the system's voice rang out. Title acquired. 1 against 100. When facing multiple enemies, all stats are increased by 10%. But just as it began, I started to ponder a question. Every monster den has a final boss. The lord of a level 1 den should be something like a brutal lion king. Was all that commotion not enough to wake it up? Why hasn't it appeared yet? The next second, the cloud beast let out a furious roar, which startled me. That's an ice spell. No, wait, I was wrong. It wasn't that he wasn't awake. He was waiting for an opportunity. This thing, it's intelligent. It is attacking me. It was waiting until our stamina was nearly depleted, for us to arrive at this very spot. I have no way out now. The ice bridge was a trap he created. All it had to do was show up at the last moment to reap all the rewards. I thought I was the one playing the game, but it turns out I was just one of his pawns. To think this low-level monster den was hiding an intelligent leader. A level 11 cloud-type mage demon. Den Lord. Lord of Kang Ling, D rank. And 2 level 10 cloud-type warrior demons. Ice Commander. Kang Ling Demon Monkey, E rank. By this point, I was already frozen solid. I saw it flash a twisted smile. Only then did the system finally alert me that this was a high-risk den. But isn't that a little damn late? I'm about to become an ice sculpture. Completely frozen like this, my body temperature would plummet fast. A purple light flashed on the Lord of Kang Ling. His subordinate, the Kang Ling Demon Monkey, made its move. Is it coming to finish me off? There was nothing I could do, it was about to shatter me. But strangely, before it even touched me, the ice encasing my body began to crack. This startled the Lord of Kang Ling. At the very last second, I used the Wu, channeling all my energy to shatter the ice. But it comes at a great cost to my stamina. Shatter is when an awakened calls upon all of their energy. It has a chance to instantly break free from control effects, but it consumes a massive amount of stamina. Even so, I'm sure of one thing. It will take him some time before he can launch such a powerful magic attack again. I have to take him out before then. The next second, the Kang Ling master raised his hand high and shouted the word, release. The ice on the cloud beasts instantly shattered. I started to panic. The ice field bear, which had been so full of killing intent, calmed down in an instant. Now this is a real problem. My water-based abilities are naturally countered by the cloud element, and on top of that, with my current stamina, I'd have a hard enough time just beating those 2 monkeys, let alone all these bloodthirsty linlangs. And then there's the formidable Kang Ling master, and who knows how many more are hiding. If this goes on, my chances of winning are zero. The force behind the ice field bear's strike was immense. I was sent flying. I barely managed to steady myself with the help of the Kunwu brush. No, I can't muster any strength. After landing, the ice field bear let out a furious roar. What am I supposed to do now? Then, I was swatted away again. Thankfully, I managed to land a slash on it in return. It's too cold here. My stamina is reaching its limit. Seeing this, the Kangling Master's smile grew wider. He began to unleash his ultimate move, Ice Blast Assault. This came as a huge shock to me. His skill cooldown is that fast? But, based on the experiences from my past life, I often had to face all kinds of desperate situations. Through one crisis after another, I've trained myself to have a keen sense for opportunities. Right now, I only have two options. Option 1. Stay here and continue to fight. But my stamina is already at its limit. Even if I manage to block all of his damage, my survival rate against several high-level magical beasts would be 0%. Option 2. I turned and ran, then leapt into the air. But ice quickly froze me solid, and my body immediately began to fall into the abyss. The Kangling Master was stunned, and the Icefield Bear and the others were just as shocked. They never expected me to pull a move like this. Just as I was about to crash into the bottom of the valley, I ignored the legendary black quality option and deliberately chose the trashiest green one. You all affectionately call me the Reborn failure, but little do you know, I'm the only one who knows that this is the key to escaping the control of those so-called gods. For this, I have paid a terrible price. I was almost beaten to death by my lunatic father, and now I'm being forced off a cliff by some minor boss. My mother pushed open my bedroom door, feeling a little resentful. Honestly, sleeping in this late on a weekend, but the next second, she froze in shock. There was no sign of me on the bed at all. The blanket was even neatly folded. There was just a note on top of it. Mom, I went to a friend's house to hang out. I won't be back too late. You don't have to worry about me. But my mother is incredibly sharp. No, that's not right. If she were going to a friend's house, she would have just told me. There'd be no need to leave a note. Xiaoying, what's gotten into you? Ever since you came home yesterday, you've been like a completely different person. Why'd I have such an uneasy feeling? Just now, when the ice bridge broke, nearly 100 magical beasts fell, but I only leveled up 3 times. That means only about 60 of them were actually eliminated. So, there must be a river at the bottom of the cliff. That's why option 2 was my only chance of survival, model. I crawled out of the river and coughed heavily a few times. I was already on my last breath. Shattering the ice again had depleted almost all of my strength. On top of that, the fall into the river from such a great height had caused immense damage to my body. And with the hypothermia and continuous blood loss, was this really my limit? Suddenly, a level 9 cloud-type demonic beast appeared before me. My heart sank. You brat, you came back and didn't even ask me for a drink? Want a hug, Bai Yi? Boss, how about we sneak out for some foie gras rice bowls tonight? Bai Yi, what does this data mean? Come here, quick, let me look at the wound on your head. Does it hurt a lot? And then there was that despicable Lord of Kangling, followed by my abusive father. The most important people in my life flashed before my eyes, one after another. And finally, there was the traitor. I saw him make a gun gesture with his hand. Go to hell, this is where it ends. I don't have a limit. I damn well can't have a limit. I will never let any of the regrets from my past life happen again. I've already lost everything once. I refuse to die a second time. Just like that, I tore the Glacier Overlord apart with my bare hands. Once I was done, I hurled its corpse away. Only a desperate situation can trigger a profession's domain. That's why I chose to solo this demonic den, luring demonic beasts off a cliff, constantly putting myself in dire situations. It was all to get that feeling back. When you experience an extreme crisis, your adrenaline skyrockets, and that's how you trigger the domain. Insufficient conditions. Profession advancement failed. I learned Holy Sword of Harmony, a high-level skill. Even so, I was still satisfied. Although it wasn't enough to achieve the profession's domain, I had somehow obtained his ultimate skill ahead of schedule. Now, it's time to clean you all up. A group of Glacier Overlords roared and charged at me. I simply drew a 360-degree circle. 6-direction pure land. With just this one move, I wiped them all out. Experience points flooded in, rising like crazy. At that moment, I also leveled up to 8. And, 1-direction pure land, even triggered a special effect. Fatigue cleared, stamina restored. I also obtained the title, Icefield Wanderer. Plus 100 resistance to cloud-type creatures and frost damage reduction. Alright then, next up, it's time to take care of the Lord of Kangling. I cut down everything in my path. After reaching level 8, I could clearly feel that killing level 1 monsters had become incredibly easy. And now, I could barely feel the cold. 1-direction pure land, takes all the damage I've accumulated and unleashes it on a group of enemies all at once. It can only be activated after I've built up enough fatigue and taken sufficient damage. Thanks to it, my stamina was now fully restored. Next, I started to climb. I had no idea how long I'd been in this demonic den. I have to hurry back, or Mom will be worried. At that moment, the Lord of Kangling was dozing in his igloo when he was suddenly startled. With a loud bang, the door was smashed to smithereens. Lord of Kangling, we meet again. By this point, I had reached level 10. This was the maximum level for the first tier. I glanced at the corpse of the icefield bear on the ground, and then at the crumbling igloo. The Lord of the Kangling let out a cold laugh and then pointed at me. A Kangling demon monkey charged towards me. Hey, do you really think I'm the same person you forced off a cliff earlier? I waved the Kunwu brush in my hand, and the Kangling demon monkey was taken out. Seeing this, the Lord of the Kangling lost his composure. He waved the staff in his hand. An ice storm assaulted me, but I let the attacks land right on me. I didn't even bother to defend, because I'm immune to ice now. I broke through the attack and charged toward him, which took him completely by surprise. The gem on his staff lit up again, and the remaining Kangling demon monkeys, as if under his control, blocked his path. I immediately used Flash. Once I take care of you, I'll be D rank. In the next instant, the hand the Lord of the Kangling was holding his staff with went flying. The pain shot straight to his marrow. I watched him coldly. Goodbye. Then, I sliced him into little pieces. Successfully defeated the level 11 Cloud Element Magic Demon Leader. Lord of the Kangling. Gained 1000 experience. Successfully promoted to D rank. Core Element Warrior level has also reached level 11. Just then, a system notification sounded. Sufficient Cloud Element accumulated. A new class is about to be awakened. I've been so focused on fighting, I completely forgot about this. A red light swirled around my entire body. Low-level Cloud Element Mage class. I can switch classes at any time, even though this red class is only level 1. Because the red rarity itself provides a 200% stat bonus, its power is already on par with my current D-rank warrior. D-rank mage weapon, magic stone. Elemental power plus 40, spirit power plus 40, can increase magic area of effect by 50%. The D-rank magic pouch can hold up to 20 items. The Kangling demon monkeys stared, dumbfounded. Everything their boss had now belongs to me. I let out a little laugh. In that case, as for these remaining minions, I immediately switched to my Cloud Element Mage class. Let's try out this new class I've never played before. Meanwhile, my mom had already finished cooking and was waiting at home. What's taking him so long? Please, I hope nothing bad has happened. The next moment, I pushed open the door. Mom shot up from her seat. Mom, I'm sorry for making you wait. Mom wrapped her arms around me in a tight hug and then started to cry. You've been waiting for me this whole time? You haven't even eaten? Mom, I have an idea. Do you want to hear it? Let's move out. Let's get away from him for good. I had a pretty good haul this time. Using this magic belt, besides my essential weapons, I brought back a dozen or so of the most valuable items. The crooked merchant offered 800. Are you kidding me? I immediately asked for 8,000. Are you kidding me? For a little gem like this? You must be out of your mind. I wasn't about to waste my breath on him, so I snatched it back. If you don't want it, I'm leaving. Hey, wait. You can't ask for such an outrageous price. 2,000. I'll take everything you have for 2,000. In the end, we settled for 7,000. In my past life, I knew quite a few magic ore brokers. I knew this stuff could fetch a good price. With this money, I can rent a nice place for Mom. In his past life, he never had a single good day. In this life, I just want him to enjoy himself. I quickly rented a house. In the new house, Mom had a relaxed smile I hadn't seen in ages. With the housing situation settled, I leveled up to D rank and even got a new class. Even though he's in prison, I can't let my guard down yet. Until this whole thing is completely resolved, I can't pursue my revenge without a second thought. I have to go back to school tomorrow. It's time to go find that thing. On my first day of mock combat training, I put the school's top instructor in his place. Sir, I don't want to use this training method. I think everyone's attribute points and personal habits are different, so their training should focus on different things. These words completely stunned the talented class belle standing nearby, all because the point I made was exactly what the training officer from the Legion of Gods would say. The instructor thought I was trying to teach him his own job. But the next moment, he started to laugh. You know, the training method you're talking about actually sounds pretty interesting. It was my mistake for not considering that. Meanwhile, Hong Shengcheng emerged from a monster den. His guards were dog-tired, but they still had to suck up to him. Young master, your skills have improved so much. A girl said, timidly offering him a bottle of water. Please, take a rest. But Hong Shengcheng wasn't having it. He slapped the bottle out of her hand. We still have time. Let's head to the next monster den for more training. He had already reached level 3 as a galaxy assassin, and he was at the peak of his confidence. No one can level up faster than me. In the mock combat test, I'll show everyone who the real genius is. Little did he know how big the world really was. Sorry, but I'm already level 11. None of the new awakeners have a gold tier class. It looks like there's not much to look forward to in this mock test. I was wolfing down the breakfast my mom made. Mom, why didn't you wake me up? You were sleeping so peacefully, I just didn't have the heart to wake you. Mom stroked my head. Eat slowly. It's okay to be late once in a while. She's right. It's been so long since I've slept that soundly. And I've never been able to just sit and have a peaceful breakfast with her like this. Suddenly, my mom tapped me on the shoulder. I asked her what was up. She actually asked if there were any toys or gadgets I wanted. That made me a little embarrassed. Why the sudden urge to get me a gift? Haha, what's this for? Mom reminded me that next Friday is my birthday. That's when I remembered. Right, my birthday is on June 5th. In my past life, after Mom died, no one ever celebrated my birthday again, so I slowly forgot all about it. But what do I want most? The one thing I wanted most, I already have. Next, it's time to achieve my next goal, slaughtering him. Today is the mock combat. The instructor looked at everyone with a serious expression. Our affiliated high school for Awakeners is the junior high division directly under the Legion of Gods. The Legion will be watching our every move. This mock combat is the first stage for all of you to prove yourselves after awakening. The person with the most outstanding performance will get the chance to join the high school division on the training pilgrimage. This pilgrimage is the most direct, once-a-year opportunity to make contact with the Legion of Gods itself. Hearing this, all the students got excited. The school organizes a trip for the best junior and senior high students to travel to the Legion of Gods headquarters in the Shenga Nation. That's where I met my master. It's also that trader's birthplace, but he and the master never crossed paths. He only joined a team after I joined the God's army. To find him now, getting a high score on this assessment and infiltrating the training journey is the fastest way. The simulated combat is about to start. I'm so nervous but also so excited. What a hot-blooded guy, Specs. As usual, I hear the combat simulation will be in the Demon's Den. Can we really do this? Alright then, let's start the official training. First stage, physical training. This is the gravity room. Everyone will start with 10 sets of shuttle runs. The brown-haired guy shouted again, passionate as ever, I'm going to do 20 sets. The other students were lining up to go inside, but I stepped forward. Teacher, I don't want to use this training method. All the students turned their heads to look at me. The teacher's expression grew serious. Bai Yi, I heard about your conflict with Hong Changsheng last weekend, but don't think that just because you beat a red class professional. You're so great you can skip training. Teacher, I want to do more specialized training. Specialized for you? What do you mean? Are you suggesting there's a problem with my current training methods? For physical training, I cut in and answered. Physical conditioning is necessary for almost all awakened, so using the gravity room isn't wrong. But shuttle runs are only suitable for classes like warriors and assassins, who need speed and coordination. Not everyone needs that. For classes like mages or chanters, it's more suitable to go to the elemental room for training in elemental control. In fact, depending on each person's attribute points and personal habits, the focus of their training should be different. Hearing this, the teacher's expression grew darker and darker. It sounds like you're trying to teach me my job. The class president was staring at me without blinking. The training method he's describing, it's just like the one used by the God's Army training officer. The same training model Mr. Dongyang talked about. But Mr. Dongyang only proposed that recently. If my dad hadn't brought home that videotape, I would have never known. To think Bai Yi could come up with the same idea as that man. Specs saw the tension in the air, and whispered, Hey, Bai Yi, even if you do have a point, you should think about the teacher's pride. He's the most respected trainer in our school. Bringing it up so bluntly like this. Before he could finish, the teacher clapped a hand on my shoulder. Both I and Specs watched, our hearts jumping in our chests. But the next second, the teacher burst out laughing. The training method you described, it actually sounds quite interesting. It was my mistake for not being more thorough. Specs let out a sigh of relief. Thank goodness, thank goodness. Then, the teacher shared his perspective. But there are just too many students in the entire school. It would be incredibly difficult to cater to everyone's individual needs in such a short time. This simulated combat, to be blunt, it's like your middle school graduation performance. If you mess it up, it could ruin a student's entire life. As a teacher, choosing a future for my students, or letting them choose their own future, it's a huge dilemma. In my past life, my family situation was awful, but thankfully, I met many good teachers. They helped me grow up without becoming so twisted. Teacher, trust me, I won't disappoint you in this graduation performance. Alright then, tell me, how do you want to train? You're a nuclear-type warrior, right? You can turn the elemental resistance in the elemental room to its maximum. Including the teacher. The students lost their composure. What elemental room? I scratched my head awkwardly. Yeah, I'm a warrior. But I want my abilities to be more balanced, to challenge my own weaknesses. I couldn't just tell everyone that I wanted to train in a second class as a mage, could I? Just then, the class president raised her hand too. Teacher, I also want to practice elemental control. I happen to be a mage. The teacher slapped his forehead. This batch of students is so difficult to manage. Fine, do whatever you want. Just don't embarrass me during the final assessment. Then, this girl sidled up to me. Bai Yi, let's practice together. No, I'm going to a private room. But isn't it faster to practice with 2 people? Are you kidding me? There's no way I can let my second class be exposed. Did you just reject me? That's right. Ha, you've ignited my fighting spirit. Seeing this, Four Eyes was green with envy. I'm at the bottom of the class anyway. I can just find a place to slack off. But the teacher told him, absolutely not. I was already too familiar with the warrior class. But as for the mage class, I'm still just a novice. I need to get proficient with it as soon as possible. Besides, I have to keep my trump card hidden. I can't let anyone else know that I can acquire other classes. This school is under the jurisdiction of the gods. They know our every move. Exposing myself too early would very likely make me a target for them. As for these classmates, it's probably better to avoid forming any connections. By this point, my elemental resistance had already reached 30%, while the class president next to me was only at 1%, or -1%. HMPH, Bai Yi, I won't be outdone by you. School had just let out when Four Eyes and Brown Hair called out to me. The boy was a coward that anyone could bully, but for his best friend, he would risk his life to face the school bully. Do you have a friend like that by your side? Tag them. But when the boy arrived, he hid off to the side, not daring to go up. So, why did this happen? It was just after school. Four Eyes and Brown Hair spotted me, but Four Eyes looked like he had 1 foot in the grave. He called out feebly from behind, "Don't walk so fast." In my previous life, these two were my best friends in middle school. Because we were all slackers and the ones who got bullied, we often hung out together after school. I was last in this assessment. Hey, I improved. I'm 5th from the bottom. What about you? What about you? Ha ha ha, none of us are getting into high school. That was the only happy time I had in middle school. But in this life, my goal is revenge. Useless socializing will only slow me down. And besides, that guy Four Eyes. Seeing me walk off, Brown Hair immediately got annoyed. What's with that guy, Bai Yi? He's run off on his own again, just like last Friday. I thought we were supposed to be the ultimate loser trio? Don't you think he's gotten stronger? After that awakening, he suddenly seems so confident. Would someone riding a bike really be willing to wait for someone who's walking? But the next second, I stopped. Hey, Four Eyes, when you have time soon, you absolutely have to go get your lungs checked. These words completely baffled Four Eyes. Brown Hair, however, immediately got a look on his face that said, I knew it. I knew you were waiting here for us to go home together, right? No, you just couldn't keep up with me. That slick comeback of mine instantly shattered Brown Hair's composure. Why, you wait here just to taunt us? If I hadn't used up all my energy doing shuttle runs, I definitely would have caught you. You only did 6 sets, didn't you? As if you had more than me. In my past life, during high school, Glasses was suddenly diagnosed with a lung disease and had to take medical leave from school. He passed away not long after. Even if we aren't friends in this life, I still hope you'll at least be healthy. Why has this guy suddenly become so cold? He's really the worst. He really has changed a lot. But I always feel like he's still the same person. Meanwhile, at the Schengen Nation new recruit training ground, I heard that recently, there's a new recruit who just joined the Gods Guild. Who's been performing exceptionally well. Are you the one who broke all the records? I am Mu Dongyang, sir. I'm here to report to you. Holy crap, guys, I'll bet a bag of chips that this guy is definitely that traitor. I took a bite of my food and said to my mom, oh, by the way, Mom. From now on, try not to go out alone. I'll be back earlier in the evenings. Look what I brought back. This isn't enough right now. I need to give Mom a more stable and safe environment as soon as possible. Inside the Awakened One's prison, my old man still had that defiant look on his face. Geez, he actually bribed the cafeteria cook. Is he trying to get better food or something? I'll have to trouble you with that matter. Don't worry, it's already been arranged. He can get out tomorrow. Back at school during this time, I've pretty much gotten the hang of being a mage. The key is casting time and calculating elemental power. Just then, Glasses and his buddy came over. Let's grab dinner tonight. I can't. I have to get home early tonight, too. Brown Hair thought I was being really cold. As I was leaving, I couldn't help but give him a tip. Your archer skills wind-up time is too long. You need to practice your opening moves more. Hearing this, Brown Hair's eyes lit up like he'd seen a ghost. He felt like it was the harshest, but most helpful, advice he'd ever received. Glasses also took my advice. He went to the hospital for a checkup. It's a good thing you came in for an early examination. This kind of parasitic tumor in the lungs can develop extremely quickly once it starts growing. He was shocked to hear this. You must schedule a surgery at a major hospital soon. Once it's removed, you'll be fine. Thank you. I'll schedule it next week. I was becoming more and more mysterious in Glasses' eyes. If I hadn't happened to have a school physical I'd skipped, I wouldn't have specifically added a lung CT scan. How could he have known there was a problem with my lungs? What in the world happened to Bai Yi? That kid Hong Shunchang cheated again. He's already leveled up to E4. He's definitely going to be first in the assessment. How did he do it? Don't you have to go to a demon den to level up? You don't know? His family has their own demon den. It's specifically for training their family's private army. By the way, remember the guy who provoked him last weekend? He's planning to teach that guy a lesson after school today. Hearing this, Glasses was horrified. He knew it. With his temper, after taking a hit like that, there was no way he'd just let it go. This time, he brought a weapon. Outside of school, he's definitely planning to kill him. No, this is bad. I told you we shouldn't have provoked a scumbag like him. I have to go help Bai Yi, quickly. Even though he was terrified, he's a very loyal friend. Outside of school, he'll definitely pull some dirty trick to ambush Bai Yi. He might even bring a whole group of people with him, to gang up on Bai Yi all by himself. At that moment, he was completely torn. But what's the use of me going? I'm just a green chanter. I don't even have any attack skills. Bai Yi can probably handle him on his own. Besides, I don't need to provoke a red. When you run into trash, my principle is to stay away. But the next second, he pushed open a locked door. No, I can't. Bai Yi saved me. I owe him my life. I have to save him, even if I die. Man, maybe this is what being young is all about. But for now, I hope everyone remains calm. If there's trouble, just find Uncle Hat. Then he picked up an axe. Bai Yi, wait for me. Just then, a voice sounded from behind him. Why are you damaging the armory? The person who appeared was a beautiful girl. Class president? What's wrong? You look like you're in a huge hurry. Specs yelled, I'm going to save Bai Yi. The class president froze when she heard that. At this point, I pushed my bicycle into a secluded alley. Come on out. You've been following me ever since I left the school. What do you want? Hong Shunchang was seething with killing intent. Obviously, to settle the score from last weekend. I replied lightly, oh, really? And you think you can defeat me now? As soon as the words left my mouth, he rushed at me. Damn right. You think I've just been wasting my time? He immediately used his backstab skill, circling around behind me. I hit him with a backhand slash, cutting his dagger clean in two. Hong Shunchang couldn't accept this. My attack power was actually higher than his. How is that possible? I watched him coldly. Did you think you were the only one who improved? I gave the Kunwu dagger a few twirls in my hand, and stabbed it straight into the ground. Then I slammed Hong Shunchang down onto the ground. After all his long training and growth, in this single moment, he finally understood that even among people his own age, I was an opponent he could never hope to surpass. In front of me, he was like a baby. You leveled up too? What level are you? How'd you do it? The guy wasn't a total idiot, I'll give him that. But then he started acting like a tragic hero. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. I did extra training after our school sessions just to hit level 4. I worked my ass off. On what grounds are you faster than me? Hearing this, I let out a little laugh. Work your ass off? You call that working your ass off, surrounded by a bunch of bodyguards? Have you ever even died? Stop wasting my time. I'm at your mercy now. Kill me or do whatever you want. You've been itching to get rid of me for a while, haven't you? Yeah, but you're not as annoying as I thought. You followed me this whole way. And you didn't try to ambush me. Plus, you didn't call for backup. You came alone. You just wanted to use me to test your own strength, right? Cut the crap. Either you finish me off today, or you wait for me to finish you off. And stop talking to me with that smug, I can read your mind attitude. Okay, I take back what I said about him not being that annoying. With that, I turned to look in a different direction. I mean, at school. I'm the well-known weakling, and yet I'm about to solo a D-rank demon cave that students aren't even allowed to enter. This completely stunned the dean of students, and my classmates just thought I was crazy. I mean, you need a full party of high-level D-rank classes to even challenge a D-rank demon cave. Anything less is basically a suicide mission. But what they don't know is that I have a hidden, second class, a red quality cloud mage. When she saw what I was doing, the school beauty offered to come with me, but I turned her down flat. Right now, I'm wiping the floor with Hong Shunchang. Look at them over there. But seeing how things are now, it looks like we don't have to step in. I looked at Hong Shunchang. Actually, I've been waiting for you. Let's make a deal. I can tell you a faster way to get stronger. Hearing this, Hong Shunchang was completely baffled. But you have to give me something in return. Soon, the week's training was over, and the assessment day arrived as scheduled. The teacher gave everyone another pep talk before the exam. The combat simulation is about to begin. Before we start, I want to emphasize a few things. Although this is a combat simulation, we are still going into a real demon lair. While most of the demon lair's power has been sealed by a barrier, it is still dangerous. There are many demonic beasts inside the lair. Remember, everyone must act within their limits. To ensure safety, we have assigned outstanding senior students from the high school division to guide you. They usually won't participate in the battles, but if you're in danger, they will intervene or stop the simulation immediately. You will form teams of 4 to 5 people. Each senior will lead 3 to 4 students into a dungeon, and you can choose either an F rank or an E rank dungeon. Of course, the E rank dungeon is very difficult. I don't recommend challenging it without sufficient strength. Failing the challenge may result in losing academic credits. Now, let's begin the demon lair rank selection. After all students have chosen their rank, we will divide you accordingly. Now, raise your hand if you choose the E-rank demon lair. The class president, Kai Ying, was the first to raise her hand, followed by Han Shengchang. The guy with glasses and the brown-haired guy started chatting. They're really confident, daring to challenge such a dangerous E-rank dungeon. Well, if I didn't have a support class, I'd go for it too. Out of 180 students, a total of 8 chose to go to the E-rank demon lair. After the teacher finished the announcement, Kai Ying noticed something was wrong. Bai Yi hadn't chosen the E-rank demon lair. The remaining students will be randomly assigned to F-rank demon lairs. Just then, I raised my hand. Teacher, wait a moment. I want to challenge the school's D-rank Spirit Realm demon lair. The teacher thought he was hearing things. The other students were stunned too. No way. Are you kidding? Who challenges a D-rank right off the bat? The dean of students also stood up. The D-rank demon lair is too dangerous. Normally, only awakened who have reached D-rank or higher can go there. I immediately retorted. The school handbook doesn't say we're forbidden from challenging higher rank demon lairs, does it? The rule for the combat simulation is that we can choose our own rank. The school's mission is for the Divine Guild to find outstanding talent, and the criteria for outstanding talent are courage, strength, and responsibility. And talent. Dean, are you trying to deny me the opportunity to prove myself? But our demon lairs must be entered in a team. I replied, I can go alone. That's a school rule. It's to ensure student safety. Solo entry is forbidden. Just as the atmosphere grew tense, a hand shot up high. I'll choose D rank too. Who else could it be but Kai Ying? The dean lost his composure. Are you crazy? If something happens to you, how am I supposed to face your father? Kai Ying replied, I want to get the highest score too. Besides, I just want to give it a try. Dean practically ground his teeth, looking at Kai Ying's triumphant face. I rejected her outright, stating that I wanted to solo it. Hearing that, Kai Ying looked like she wanted to pound on my chest. Hey, you're rejecting me again. The teacher stepped forward, declaring my objection invalid. The dean was not happy. Honestly, it's one after another. You just awakened a week ago and you're already getting this bold? The teacher stroked his chin. Well, in that case, it'll just be the two of you in a D-rank dungeon. It's highly unlikely any upperclassmen or upper-class women would be willing to take the risk to guide you. Just then, someone volunteered. I'll go. Someone has to look after the budding flowers of our nation. Alright then, with you here, Zilling, I can rest easy. Senior Zilling, didn't he almost join the Ultimate School Squad? The Ultimate School Squad? Zilling said, sorry, I've never heard of it. Zilling was going after Chiing from the very beginning. In his eyes, I was just some random nobody. What an arrogant peacock who doesn't even know his own limits. Are you that eager to show off in front of everyone? You haven't even taken a good look at your own capabilities. Alright, now that the teams have been assigned, the simulation test will officially begin. Inside the demon lair, the entire thing will be live streamed. Pro equipment will be tracking the feed, and the whole test will be recorded. So please, give it your best performance. Let's see who will come out on top in this exam. The Awakened Affiliated High School was built on top of a great demon lair that had already been conquered. Combining the high school and middle school sections, the great demon lair gave birth to many low-level demons, which were perfect to use for student trials. Most of their levels were controlled between F and D rank. Entering the dungeon meant the start of the simulated combat. The kid with glasses and the brown-haired one almost peed themselves as soon as they entered. But the entire combat exercise was being live-streamed. Every move would be recorded, so I had to keep myself in check. I couldn't reveal all my cards in the face of an unknown threat. Besides, there's something I want inside the Spirit Realm Demon Lair. Walking up front, Zilling immediately started to show off. Don't worry, I'll protect you. I've cleared E-rank demon lairs with other people, so even an unsealed D-rank one is nothing to worry about. How strong are the demonic beasts? Generally speaking, they're between level 5 and 15. The powerful demonic beasts in the school's demon lair have all been sealed, so it's unlikely a D-rank monster will appear. And there definitely won't be a boss. But even so, don't underestimate high-level E-rank monsters. Their attack power and speed can be incredibly strong sometimes. After all, you've only just awakened. In front of them, you're still small fry. Hearing this, Chiing nodded. I'll do my best to find you some low-level monsters to farm credits from. Don't worry, your senior is here. I won't let you get hurt, junior. I really couldn't take it anymore. This guy could hit on girls all he wanted, but this was just disgusting. I walked past him. He couldn't help but shoot me a sideways glance. Hey, you're running so far ahead. What if you startle a monster? My comeback nearly made him choke. You're so noisy. Just stand quietly in the back. We don't need you to step in and show off. I wonder if the viewers were enjoying this. Zilling was trembling with rage because of me. He had finally met someone who could act even tougher than him. The crucial part was that, in his eyes, I was still a nobody. And just like that, this year's simulated combat livestream began. The teachers all watched quietly in front of the big screen. In the Ultimate School Squad office. Chief, you should watch this live stream. It's quite interesting. There's a junior who chose a D-rank dungeon. What's his class? That's the most interesting part. He's from the trashiest green rank warrior class. I want to see where he gets his confidence from. At that moment, the guy in glasses was yelling, "Stay back." This was inside a sealed, F-rank demon lair, and the senior student behind him was a bit speechless. "You're just a chanter. Stay in the back and give them some buffs." There was no need to be so nervous, but the guy in glasses was still absolutely terrified. How could an F-rank demon lair be this terrifying? Meanwhile, things weren't going much better for Hong Shengchang's group. "Someone's hurt. You guys are useless. Then I'll take care of this myself. I will definitely surpass you." Bai Yi, violent skill. Strength plus 32%, critical hit plus 20%, lifesteal plus 15%. Inside the D-rank demon lair, I killed another level 6 Sandfury worm, and in front of me lay the corpses of many more. This man clearly had the power to solo a D-rank demon lair. But now, he could only attack using the most basic warrior skills. This was because there were drones live streaming from inside the dungeon, so he had to be cautious with every move. But what he never, ever expected was that the senior student assigned to protect them would pull a dirty trick at the most critical moment, nearly getting the school beauty killed. Fortunately, the school beauty pulled her own weight, and we made it through the crisis. But this infuriated the petty senior. At that moment, Kai Ying looked on in utter disbelief. She stammered as she spoke, How did you do that?" I told her that the monster's powers in this place were sealed. At most, they can only use half of their real strength, so they're not that difficult to kill. But even so, she still thought I was incredible. After all, there were so many of them. "Looks like I'm still a long way off from your level." I told her not to put too much pressure on herself and to just focus on doing her best. Kai Ying thought I was really cool and promised she would try her best. But Zi Ling wasn't pleased. Hey, after all, he was annoyed that I had stolen the show. So, he moved a little closer to me. "This is a D-rank dungeon. You shouldn't get too full of yourself. It's best to be careful. Your performance was impressive, I'll give you that. But this is your first time in a demon lair, and a 3-star one on top of that. It's not going to be that easy to deal with. As your senior, I think I should give you some advice." I just ignored him, trying to act all high and mighty in front of me. Not a chance. "Kai Ying, you handle the monsters coming from the right. I'll take the left." This made Zi Ling's face turn incredibly foul. At this point, the floor was already littered with monster corpses, and Zi Ling's face was as black as thunder. "You're ignoring me again?" he seethed. I pretended I hadn't heard a thing. "The monsters on the right are lower level. Can you handle them on your own?" "Huh? By myself?" Kai Ying was obviously not ready for that. That damn brat has no respect for his seniors. Zi Ling thought. But I'm not one to coddle a pretty girl. This simulated combat exercise is a test of everyone's individual abilities. You're here for the assessment too, right? Don't you want to get a good score? Kai Ying got the hint immediately. I can do it. The way the two of us were treating him like he didn't exist completely enraged him. Damn it, you want to do this the hard way? Fine. A bow immediately materialized in his hands. In the monitoring room, the teachers were all stunned. This is incredible. CE actually took down so many E-class monsters. What level is he now? The report still has him at E1. We're not sure exactly. He could be E3, or maybe even E4 by now. And that's not all. Just now, he chose to take on the monsters on the left himself. He had Qiying handle the right side because he observed the elemental counter relationships. Having the flower-type Qiying fight the star-type monsters. Even though this is a test of individual skill, he still made the most logical assignments. Looks like he has a great sense of strategy, too. So this kid wasn't just all talk. I wonder what he'll do next. Based on what I just observed, the star-type beasts are mostly coming from the cave on the right. They're low level and on top of that, they're weak against her flower element. The spider monster roared, looking like it was about to attack. Qiying immediately activated Vine Wall. A dense thicket of vines shot out, completely immobilizing the spider. This was her first time killing a star beast, and she gained 30 experience points right away. She couldn't believe she'd actually done it. When a mage is at E-class, they get one basic skill specific to their class. Her skill uses plants to create a poisonous wall. Flower-type mage skill, Vine Wall, uses plants to rapidly grow vines into a wall. The thorns on the vines carry a mild poison effect. But to be this calm on her first trip to the monster's den, facing a higher level monster all on her own, and even thinking to use the wall to trap it and shrink the area for the kill. She really does have some talent. The D-class monsters should all be sealed away. I can handle these things in front of me. As things are now, even with the livestream cameras on me, I can hide my true strength. I can get a high score, but I also need to think about. The streaming equipment is here, which means they've followed us in as well. How to proceed with my plan. But what I've noticed is that Siling is getting impatient. He thinks he's hot stuff, doesn't he? How dare you completely ignore me, your senior. Since you two think you can handle everything yourselves. He then raised the bow in his hands. Then try this arrow of light. A beam of energy grazed past Qiying as the arrow shot straight into the mouth of a deep, dark cave. Siling pretended he had bad aim and started to explain. I was just trying to give you a buff, Qiying. Why did you dodge? Oh, I should thank all 8 generations of his ancestors. Before she could even react, monster shot out, appearing right behind Qiying. It was a level 11 two-headed Grandmaster, a D-class monster. Seeing this, I was shocked. Then, the two-headed Grandmaster erupted in fierce flames. This was one of its skills. The vines binding its body were quickly burned to ashes. One of its lion heads let out a deafening roar at Qiying. Qiying had never encountered a situation like this before, and she thought it was all over. Siling just chuckled to himself. His chance to play the hero and save the damsel in distress was here. But in the next second, I appeared in the air above the two-headed Grandmaster. My Kunwu dagger slashed in an arc, but its other head lunged towards Qiying. I was startled again. At that critical moment, I activated instant kill and managed to save Qiying. I have to thank our top benefactor, Siling, for creating this opportunity. But how is this monster so fast? Si Ling sneered. I know this demon's den very well. Although most of the D-rank monsters have been sealed, a two-headed Grandmaster that was missed in this cave will constantly respawn. No matter how proud you are, you're just a bunch of newly awakened rookies. What do you think will happen when you face a D-rank monster? Especially one that's been buffed by my skills. But he was probably in for a disappointment. In my Arrow of Light state, gravity is reduced by 10 times. Damage and speed are significantly increased. The fastest two-headed lion, huh? Frenzied attack plus 10%, speed plus 50%. At this point, I really did find it a bit tricky. Do I have to use my full strength? I shielded Qiying behind me. Get back. Go on, you can't handle this monster right now. Qiying looked a little unhappy. Damn it, I was actually scared just now. The two-headed Grandmaster leapt and pounced at me. Qiying used Vine Wall again, and the two-headed Grandmaster was instantly frozen in mid-air. But Qiying felt it wasn't enough. So she added another layer. 3 layers of Vine Wall completely locked the two-headed Grandmaster in place. This instantly made me see her in a new light. Qiying looked at me with anticipation. Can you let me fight too? I won't hold you back. Even if it's a D rank. I want to fight it too. Hearing this, Ling became even more annoyed. Is this little brat out of her mind? She was almost eaten by the lion in one bite just now. I couldn't help but tease her a little. I thought you'd be scared stiff. You recovered pretty quickly. Of course. I've been working so hard. I can't let myself be defeated in a place like this. Then, she looked at me with a sly grin. Besides, with you here, I know I won't die. You just used a 3-layer skill. Your elemental power is limited. You can't afford to waste any more. Of course, I know. In my past life, Qiying was already shining brightly in middle school. Hello everyone, my name is Qiying. My dream is to join the Gods Guild and become a divine class member. A confident, optimistic, and generous young lady. Although I heard she came from a prominent family, she was kind to everyone and even became the class president in middle school. She was always serious and responsible. Later on, I lost track of her. Perhaps she went on to live a normal, ordinary life. But right now, she's someone I can trust. As long as nothing unexpected happens, I should be able to hide my true strength and pass this stage, right? Do you really think the two of you are enough? This vine wall can't hold it for more than a few seconds. Real combat isn't won on confidence alone. With your level of strength, it's impossible for you to deal with this buffed D-rank monster. When you're finally begging for your lives and have no choice but to ask me for help, I'll teach you a lesson about respecting your elders. I'm exposed. Qiying found out about my dual class. He would never have imagined that I, the one known throughout the school as a total failure, am actually a super genius who far surpasses them. But she wasn't jealous. Instead, she humbly asked me for guidance. The next second, the two-headed Grandmaster broke free from its restraints. A plan immediately formed in my mind. I'll lure the lion. It's a nucleus type, so you need to know the right time to strike. Qiying nodded in understanding. The two of us ran in opposite directions. This was to avoid the two-headed Grandmaster's charge. And just as I expected, I had damaged it earlier, so now it was prioritizing me as its target. All I could do was take it for a walk. The next second, I plunged headfirst into the water. But that idiot, the two-headed Grandmaster, was dead set on killing me and chased me right into the water. I shouted, now. Qiying activated Vine Wall, and the two-headed Grandmaster was instantly tied up tight. It seems that little girl Qiying has grown quite a bit. Qiying then uttered a single word, contract. Under the effect of the Vine Wall, the two-headed Grandmaster's berserk state was nullified, and its nuclear type status was disabled. This made it impossible for the two-headed Grandmaster to break free. Then, she added a poison status effect. I, on the other hand, seized the opportunity to get ashore and went over to Qiying. Good. Everything is going according to plan. It can't break free now. Next, let's finish the test. And get the highest score. Hearing this, that senior student's composure instantly shattered. How is that possible? A mere vine wall trapped the lion? Even I couldn't subdue it that easily, and I was the one who enhanced it. Damn it all. In the control room, the teachers were watching everything. He lured a nuclear-type lion into the water. That way, its skills are rendered useless, while a plant type's abilities are enhanced in the water. The instructor was very satisfied with my performance. Using the simplest elemental counters and teamwork, he easily subdued a monster of a higher level. His on-the-spot reaction time and leadership skills are also outstanding. It seems there's no doubt who will get first place in this practical exam. All that's left is the final blow. All we need to do is finish off this lion. When the entire recording is submitted to the guild for review, he could very well receive the highest score in history. But in the next second, something unexpected happened. The screen suddenly went black. Everyone was caught completely off guard. How could the live feed cut out at such a critical moment? Inside the secret realm, a camera was seen falling to the ground. It turns out that senior student had caused the trouble. Without video proof, they couldn't dream of getting the highest score. At this moment, Kai Ying was very excited. It's all thanks to your ability. Not at all. I was just following your commands. If you hadn't trained your elemental resistance enough, there's no way you could use a skill with so many variations at level 11. He couldn't be trapped without that elemental resistance. At that moment, that scumbag Ziling dropped his act. Alright, you've beaten the boss. Save the pleasantries for when you're outside. He then turned to leave, muttering, "This is so annoying." I looked at Ziling. Do you have any idea what it means to suddenly enhance a D-rank monster for students entering the monster's lair for the first time? I already told you. I was originally planning to enhance the girl. Who told him to get in the way? So, Ziling isn't even going to pretend anymore? I chuckled. Well, your skill level is pretty pathetic then. Is that really the kind of aim an archer should have? At that moment, Kai Ying also stepped forward to add another jab. No wonder you couldn't get selected for the elite school team. That sentence completely set Ziling off. He instantly summoned his bow. What did you say? I immediately pulled Kai Ying behind me. In the next second, Ziling retracted his bow. The road ahead is long. Just you two wait. After he finished speaking, he turned and walked towards the secret realm's exit. It was then that I noticed the camera lying on the ground. Kai Ying thought that Ziling was truly classless. Then, she noticed that something was off with me. Huh? What are you doing? It was that guy, wasn't it? He did it so we couldn't get a high score. Now, no one can see what's happening here. After he leaves, he'll need an entry permit to get back in. And everyone else is a good distance away from the demon lair, which gives me plenty of time. But I just smiled. He actually did me a favor. Now I have the chance to finish what I started. Kai Ying was completely stunned. What do you mean? What are you trying to do? The next second, I brought Kai Ying to the seal. Class representative, can you keep what happens next a secret for me? Although, even if you did tell anyone, they wouldn't believe you. Kai Ying was dumbfounded. A secret that no one would believe? What on earth are you planning to do? He was even stuttering. Right then, I took out the seal-breaking stone. My goal is to unseal this demonic lair. I placed the seal-breaking stone on the seal. Kai Ying was horrified. And no, don't. This is a D-rank demon lair. If you break the seal, all those high-level monsters will come pouring out. I told him not to worry. Relax. Their power is still being suppressed by the seal. Even so, how can the two of us possibly take on so many D-rank monsters? I told him it wouldn't take two of us. How can you? How are you able to turn into a mage? I told him to wait at the exit. Then, a moment later, more twin-headed masters burst out from the seal. Kai Ying was shocked. Watch out. I summoned my staff, switching to my Cloud Mage class. S rank. Ice formation. Kai Ying was completely frozen on the spot. A red tier class. I had such a hard time controlling just one of those lions. And he controlled 3 of them in an instant. These monsters have been sealed inside for so long. They must be furious. They're all going to rush out at once. I turned to look at Kai Ying. I need a bigger area to get used to this. Taking dozens of steps back, he said, I understand. Then, a few more twin-headed masters ran out. No, wait, that's a level 12 flame wolf. Even though these monsters are D-rank, they've been sealed for a very long time. Their power has weakened by at least half. I used ice formation again. So-called ice formation skill instantly freezes the water molecules in the air into ice, thereby immobilizing the enemy. First, I'll use it to control all of them. Then, switch to Core Warrior. This time, a level 13 flame leopard appeared. Oh, you dare try to ambush me? But the next second, I vanished from where I stood. When I reappeared, I had already switched back to Cloud Mage. The shocked look on Kai Ying's face was actually kind of cute. He can switch classes so freely. And seeing him operate now, I finally understand why he wanted to get into the School of Elemental Arts. And now I see the reason why I was training my elemental resistance. The true nature of the mage class is actually to directly output energy in the form of natural forces, or to manipulate objects of the same element within a certain range. I used to think that the stronger your mana and the more spells you could cast, the more powerful you were. How did he combine those skills again? But after watching his performance, I realize now that mastery over your power is far more important. Elemental power comes from nature itself. It's wild and incredibly difficult to tame, but in his hands, it's remarkably docile. Only by completely controlling your own elemental power can you create more versatile attacks. He can get so much mileage out of even a single basic skill. Kai Ying was completely blown away. To think he's already achieved such a deep level of mastery. Kai Ying took a huge blow and couldn't help clenching his fists. He left all of us in the dust so early on, but man, he's so cool. The next second, a giant foot slammed down. It was a level 15 Spirit Realm Demon Wing. The Overlord Savage Mammoth, considered D rank. Luckily, its stats are halved while it's sealed. But a faint smile crept onto my face. You're finally out, facing the encirclement of the core beasts. I switched back to my core warrior class. The thing I'm after is on you. I immediately took an attack stance. The man simply opened a D-rank demon lair seal with a wave of his hand. It shocked every teacher in the school, because a D-rank demon lair has enough power to destroy a small city. It's not something newly awakened rookies like us can handle. Little did they know, I wiped them all out by myself and even resealed the demon lair on the side. My first move was a critical hit to the Jade Mammoth's weak spot. A sealed, level 15 Jade Mammoth. Its strength was weaker than a level 10 monkey. But that just completely enraged the Jade Mammoth. It raised its trunk and swung it right at me. But I'm no pushover. I showed it once again what a critical hit to a weak spot feels like. The Jade Mammoth just collapsed. But it wasn't dead, so, I used the ultimate move from my past life. At the same time, my title activated. 1 against 100. With just that one move, I not only killed the Jade Mammoth, but also the blazing flame leopards and two-headed ice lions around it. And the Jade Mammoth dropped a high-grade material, King's Fang. This is for crafting the Crimson Flame Flawless. It's an essential material for an S-rank fire-type weapon. Plus, it dropped the material I wanted most, the Resonance Jade. A pair of jade stones with a special function. What followed was a dual-class level up. Fire Warrior level increased to 13, and D-rank Cloud Mage level increased to 11. Also, my 1 against 100 title gained enough kill points to upgrade to one-man army. When facing enemies alone, all stats are increased by 20%. And it adds a 10% lifesteal effect. Just then, Kai Ying slowly walked over. I was surprised to see him, too. Kai Ying. I looked at him with dead seriousness. You remember what I told you, right? Meanwhile, the teachers outside were in a complete panic. If the seal had really broken, it would be a disaster. We've never detected an energy fluctuation this massive before. I told you we should have posted a guard. But then, they saw someone walk out. Zilling? This startled him. Why are you out here? Aren't you supposed to be inside protecting the younger students? But he didn't have time to question him. He just ran straight past Zilling. I can't worry about that now. I have to get over there, quickly. Zilling was shocked. The seal is broken? Then, he burst out laughing. Mawahahahaha. See? Payback comes fast. You just entered the secret realm. Teachers started shouting, Bai Yi? Kai Ying? Seeing that the two of us were fine. And standing there looking all lovey-dovey, the teachers were completely baffled. Wait, this isn't how the script is supposed to go. I pretended to be confused. Teachers, what are you all doing here? Looking at the perfectly intact seal. The teacher was baffled again. He started to wonder if the equipment was malfunctioning. But as long as everyone's safe, that's what matters. Time flew by, and soon it was Friday. Zilling still had a smile on his face. Vice Captain, the materials I submitted this time should be enough, right? For the last spot in the group. But the green-haired guy's next words made his heart plummet. Sorry, our team has already chosen someone. The news struck Zilling like a bolt of lightning. What? Who? He frantically grabbed the green-haired guy. But you promised. You said this spot would be reserved for the most valuable person, didn't you? Aren't my skills and background enough? Just then, a woman's voice rang out. We've already found the most valuable person. It was a beautiful woman. That Bai Ying is quite interesting. This woman was my teammate from my past life, and you, a gold electro assassin. Level unknown. Meanwhile, at a roadside noodle shop. That crazy father of mine is already out of prison. And the one who got him out early was an investigator from the inspection team, of all people. Blue C-class cleric, Chen Jinwu. Hey, don't you go causing any more trouble. I went through a lot of effort to get you out of there early. I know, I got the message. Hongda Wei arrives next Friday. As long as you've got it under control, I can rest easy. Chen Jinwu looked at the phone in his hand. That old geezer is calling again. I'm heading back to the squad. You should head home early too. Of course, I'll be heading home early. Then, a twisted smile spread across his face, the kind of look that could kill. But the moment he got home, his face contorted with rage. Where the hell did that mother and her kid go? Then, he started smashing everything. How dare they hide from him? He swore that if he found us, he would kill us immediately. By this time, I had already placed half of the resonance jade around my mother's neck. I also instructed her to keep it on her at all times. Then, I took out the one around my own neck, showing her it was a mother-son set. If you're ever in danger, you just have to crush this jade. My jade will sense it, and I'll come to your side immediately. Without this, I really couldn't rest easy letting mom go out by herself. Besides, as far as I could remember, Mom had never received any jewelry like a necklace. She never had any of the things a woman should be able to enjoy. But Mom seemed a little exasperated with me, telling me not to just hang around her on the weekends. She said that at my age, I should be going out and having fun with friends. I just smiled faintly and said I didn't feel the need to. But Mom said, how can a person not need friends? You have to have people who are important to you. Important people? I don't know if I'll even be able to meet them again in this lifetime. After ensuring my mother's safety, I headed to another hidden demon's den I knew about. This den only opens for a short time at midnight, and closes at 1 a.m., so there wasn't much time for me. Now, it's time to focus on increasing my own power. In my past life, I became a top-tier warrior, but I could still only watch helplessly as my comrades died right before my eyes. Friends? You only deserve to have them if you're strong enough. Otherwise, what's the point? One day, some god will have a whim, and they'll all be mercilessly crushed anyway. So, strength is everything. I must become stronger than anyone else, and the only way to become stronger is to constantly fight monsters and level up, even if it means putting my life on the line. Because right now, I'm just too weak. I can't even defeat that man. And don't even get me started on that prodigy who's been a golden archer since he was a kid. That's why I can't take any shortcuts or detours. I can't avoid a single enemy. I'll start reaping again. I have to pick up the pace. The entrance to this demon's den will close in 20 minutes. I need to finish this quickly. It's finally your turn, Lord. And with that, I struck. This guy is incredibly fast.